Welcome everybody to another episode of Dave's Movie Dailies. I was actually toying with the idea of giving this up. I wasn't going to do it anymore, but a buddy of mine who has a podcast by the Ronnie and Markel Make a Podcast, he told me that he watches these videos and a couple of other people watch it as well. If you watch the videos, give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down, leave a comment, whatever the case, so I know that you're actually watching these. You're actually giving me the time of day. But yeah, I was toying with the idea of giving it up, but he kind of gave me a little boost to continue doing it. So yeah, I'm over here downloading a video game, getting ready to play. It's a nice Saturday afternoon. I spent all morning with the pretty much the fusion group at my church, and we learned. I actually was training for doing sound in my chair, my congregation. So that was my morning. We spent all day in Cranford drinking coffee, having a great time. And I decided, come home, playing some video games, and give a couple of reviews. So the first one's not going to be a movie review. It's actually going to be a Broadway review. I went to Broadway not too long ago, and if you see me looking down, it's because I'm reading my notes. So I went to go see the show, the Little Shop of Horrors, on Broadway. Well, it's not necessarily on Broadway. It's actually off Broadway now, but it's located at the West Side Theater upstairs. I don't know why they call it the West Side Theater upstairs. I do understand that you have to go up some stairs and all that stuff, but that just sounds weird, the West Side Theater upstairs. But yeah, the music's done by Alan Menken, and the lyrics and book is done by Howard Ashman. It's styled off early 1960s rock and roll, doo-wop, and Motown, early Motown. So that's the type of music that you're gonna hear in this show. Now, they did a movie with Rick Moranis in was it the 90s? No, the 80s. Rick Moranis, Steve Martin, Tisha Campbell, a bunch of celebrities were in this movie. And that's the first time me and my sister ever watched The Little Shop of Horrors. Later on, we found out that they actually did a 1960s musical. I found out. I don't know, but my sister knows. But I watched I found out about the 1960s musical, and then obviously there was like this. It was done on Broadway, and it's a revival and all that stuff. I actually have the years here. But yes, this is a musical, and it's loosely based on a low-budget 1960s black comedy film called, obviously, The Little Shop of Horrors, by Roger Corman. The story centers on a hapless florist shop worker who raises a plant that feeds on human blood and flesh. The name of the plant is Audrey, based on this coworker that he has a crush on. It has won a drama desk award for outstanding musical and drama desk award for outstanding lyrics. The show, I'll give my personal view afterwards. This began off Broadway in 1982. I was born a year before that, so I just pretty much aged myself. And then obviously in London, West End, 1983, back on Broadway in 2003, it went on a national US tour in 2004, and it had a revival back in West End in 2007. In 2009, it had a UK tour, and in 2016, it had another UK tour. It came back in 2019 off Broadway revival, and it's been there ever since. Now, my personal review of it. I've seen this show on the movie form many, 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 many times. So it was a breath of fresh air to actually see it live action as a musical on Broadway. The theater that I went to, it wasn't huge, but it wasn't small. It was very cramped in. I remember sitting in the center of the actual orchestra seating. Well, anywhere you sit in here, you do get a good if you're sitting in the back in the nosebleeds, then obviously it's a little harder to enjoy. But I was sitting smack dab in the middle, right in front. I think the best singers. I didn't see it with anybody who was like a celebrity or anything. I know that Darren Criss was the one. At one point, he played Seymour. I know that what's his name? Jeremy Jordan was also Seymour or somebody in the show at one point. So I know that, and I know Corbin Blue from High School Musical was also in it, but I didn't get to see it with any of them. I got to see it with this I don't even know who the actress is, to tell you the truth, but yeah, I saw it. I loved I mean, it was all set in the same thing, which was the flower store, and obviously it followed the same movie premise, which I saw back in the '80s. The only thing that I really, really, really enjoyed was the fact that in movies you can see, movie magic, they change things, so obviously in movie magic, you do cuts, scenes, and other stuff, so you're able to add things. But in on a Broadway show, it's amazing to see how quick and how they can fill certain things. And you think about it, how do they put these things? So Audrey starts off as a little puppet plant, and then it starts to grow into a bigger puppet plant until it starts to become a puppet plant that people can get into and control that way, until finally it takes up the whole stage. So to me, I was like blown away on where they would fit these things, being that I can't go backstage and see where they put this thing. To me, it's like, it makes me wonder, how did they fill up the stage with this huge potted plant that talks and all that stuff. Obviously in the movie, the one that I saw had an edited cut where, if you don't know about the original movie, Seymour, the movie ends with Audrey and Seymour still being alive, but there's a cut in that movie where Audrey actually eats Seymour, and the potted plants of Audrey go out into the world and they start killing everybody in the world. That's how this movie ends. I mean, that's how this show ends. I mean, I don't remember seeing a bunch of potted plants all over the world eating everybody, but I know that Audrey too ends up eating even Seymour, her owner, the one who kept her alive. So she eats everybody. She eats Audrey one. She eats the member. I mean the owner of the flower shop. So it's a horror film. It's pretty much a horror story. But as a musical, it was a good musical. Don't get me wrong. But wasn't one of my favorites. To this day, Sweeney Todd is still my favorite musical on Broadway, with Josh Groban and Annaleigh Ashford. Other than that, this one it didn't fall by the wayside because I enjoyed what I was watching. But all in all, it was a musical, a Broadway musical that I enjoyed. It wasn't the greatest, but it was good. And I from a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a straight up 7. I guess it was as good as it could have got. I don't think they could have added more to make it better. It's just, to me, it wasn't at a specific level. I was just used to the music and all that stuff. I had a good time, but I wasn't blown away like I was with Sweeney Todd and Wicked and stuff like that. Like, I loved Titanic. Wouldn't give Titanic a perfect 10, but it would be close, because I had an amazing time. I laughed, the vocals, everything was just beautifully done in that show. But Little Shop of Horrors is not that I'm saying that it's bad. If you're looking for watching a good Broadway show, you can go watch Little Shop of Horrors and you'll have a great time. The show is really good. That's why it continuously goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. It's on a revival. It came back in 2019 and we're already in 2025 and it's still on Broadway. So, yep. This has been Dave's Movie Dailies with I am Dave D. Saint with my review on Little Shop of Horrors Broadway. So until next time, this is me telling you guys, have a good night.